Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2022. And just a quick heads up, I know we have a few special aspects going on this month, but in order to keep this as a coherent, non-rambling 45-minute video, I've decided to save some of those aspects for videos I'll be coming out with soon, namely Jupiter conjunct Neptune in Pisces, as well as Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. So stay tuned for those. If you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, engagement helps this channel out a lot. And if you are subscribed, you'll know when those videos come out. So what's going on when it comes to your April? The first half of the month, we started all off on the 1st with a new moon in Aries in your 7th house of closest one-on-one connections. Partnerships, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all of the people you have your closest one-on-one connections with. And so a new moon in this area is all about setting up a new commitment. It's all about a new alliance, or the terms of an existing alliance or an existing commitment being codified in a way to not only give it new longevity and new security, but there may be something that we are committing to as a union, as an alliance, that is going to be jumping us up a level in terms of our productivity, our strength, or maybe even taking on some kind of new goal or new addition that is going to be enhancing the quality of life for everybody. With the new moon in the 7th house, this is also a time where a lot of you who may be looking for new business partnerships or looking for new romantic relationships are going to be finding between the 1st and the 15th of the month, right, because it's always a 2-week window, that there is an opportunity to take something to a more serious level if you have been talking to anyone, if you've been putting yourself out there, if you've been engaged in anything that's not official yet. Or it could be that we are drawing in somebody that is a perfect match for such a status. This is also a time where a lot of established partnerships, whether they be romantic relationships, marriages, business partnerships, or alliances, become a lot closer because there is some kind of new road that is opening for this relationship to take and commit to. We also have the Sun in this area of your chart the first half of the month, as well as Mercury. So we've got this combined support of attention, enhancement, and support, meeting communications, haste, and productivity. We are speeding up developments with all joint efforts, as well as all partnerships in the beginning of this month. For those of you who are, in established partnerships or unions, you'll be finding that Mercury is speeding up the completion or the attainment of some kind of shared goal or aspiration, whatever kind of partnership it is. There could be a big graduation moment. This is also speeding up the productivity of the relationship itself or of the alliance itself in such a way where we are able to take on more substantial work or make more substantial growth, maybe even moving up a goal, moving up an aspiration, moving something that we had maybe broadcast for further down the road, and bringing it into the now, or certainly into this year. And the Sun is bringing in more fun, more levity, right? Attention, enhancement, and support. There's going to be a lot more play. Things are going to be a lot more enjoyable, pleasurable, and fancy-free. This is also a time where a lot of healing can be done in close one-on-one connections where there may have been some distancing or some bruising, right? And this can also apply to very close friendships as well. The Sun here is bringing all of your social connections closer together to become a lot more substantial. But when it comes to the closest one-on-one connections, we're finding a way to go all the more deep with everybody. And things are getting a lot more personal, even when it comes to business alliances, making them stronger, giving them that opportunity to show a different side of themselves. And this could even be where we start to treat each other a lot more like family. With Mars, we've got Mars going into Aquarius, your 5th house of romance, recreation, creativity, and your relationships with your kids. And so Mars, the planet of action, passion, energy, and obstacle clearing, is going hard at work here to bring in a lot more opportunities for you to knock down walls between yourself and a big goal or a big desire that you have in this area. Mars is also going to be clearing away any kind of troublemaking influences that maybe have been allowed to exist or have introduced themselves in either your romantic life or maybe the relationship you have with one of your children or a creative project or goal that you are looking to get off the ground. With Mars here for the first half of the month, we are going to see a lot more passionate exchanges going on, which can sometimes raise the roof emotionally, because this is all about knocking down walls, right? It's the obstacle clearing driving force, and there could be some things that do need to be shared that have not been shared yet. However, Mars here is also making people a lot more invested in trying to create permanent solutions to challenges or maybe to problems that have been tolerated up until this point, so that they are no longer a part of the equation in any of our relationships, whether they be romantic relationships or relationships with our kids. In fact, if there have been any kind of barriers or problems that have come up in recent history or less recent history, the cause, core, and effect is coming up for scrutiny to be eliminated. And for those of you who are single or available, this is also very helpful for removing any blocks for you to maybe finding the relationship you desire. We also have Venus entering Pisces on the 5th, where Venus will be through May. This is your 6th house of work, your reputation, your schedule, the services you provide, as well as your lifestyle. And Venus in the 6th house is giving you an opportunity to get more value for what you actually bring to the table. When it comes to Venus in the 6th, in a lot of ways, there goes Persephone. When it comes to Venus in the 6th house, we often see that we are getting a chance to maybe get some kind of a raise, or we are being incentivized to take more or accept more for what we give. And a lot of times this happens because the sensibility around our office or around our market is changed in such a way where people are willing to give us more. And sometimes this happens where we are getting clued into opportunities to accept gifts or to accept favors from other people that are also going to lift us up in a very big way. Venus here is also going to let that favor and popularity energy work for you in a way where you can alter the terms of a lot of employment agreements that you have, whether it has to do with your benefits, your schedule, the teams you're working on. Everyone is so much more supportive and so much more generous with you this month. The second half of the month, we've got Mercury moving into Taurus, that 8th house of yours, right? We talk about the area that talks about the second half of the month. We've got Mercury going into Taurus, which is your 8th house of shared resources, passive income, as well as self-employment monies, or any kind of income that comes outside of a salary or hourly income, as well as intimacy and sentimental exchange, or, let's just say intimate communications. Now, Mercury here is speeding up the payoffs that you're getting from any kind of efforts you have been working on outside of your normal hourly or salary income. We are speeding up the rate with which we acquire wealth. Now, this could be, of course, a self-employment opportunity, a side gig, maybe a supplemental income program that's going on with your job, such as sales, commissions, tips, incentive programs. Or maybe this could also be growing the income or speeding up the growth of income that could be coming through a partnership of some kind, a romantic partner or a business partner. With Mercury here, we are making a lot of headway with a financial goal that we are looking to clear this year, whether this has to do with maybe old financial business or some kind of big investment we would like to make in ourselves, or something we would like to reinvest into what we've already got going on professionally or personally. This is also going to be a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to see some kind of personal project or personal self-employment goal start to really pick up the pace with its rate of growth. We have Mars entering Pisces, that 6th house, as well in the second half of the month. And Mars is bringing action, passion, energy, and obstacle clearing here. With Mars in the 6th house, things could be getting quite competitive when it comes to the job or maybe the people that you're working with, when it comes to maybe even clients or customers. However, this is all about giving you an opportunity to climb through the ranks faster and get more competitive opportunities for yourself. Mars can raise tensions when it comes to interactions that are already not so great, especially when it comes to how you're handling with certain corners of your office or your market. But this is about clearing problems for good as well, right? We're doing a big blockbuster for you Libra people this month. I will say Mars does also put us in a position to gain quite a bit financially, but you have to be ready to burn the candle at both ends, as I always say, with Mars in a work area such as houses 2, 6, or 10, in this case for you 6, it's very likely some overtime opportunities are coming and you may be burning the midnight oil. Just also be ready to compete sportingly when it comes to life on the job, or maybe with your business, or dealing with rival companies, or dealing with rival, players, so to speak, so that we don't get too personal. It's important to know when it's okay to throw your weight around, but there is such a thing as going too fierce and going too far with Mars in the 6th house, and you want to know when it's important to pull back. And this will be something that is kind of going on well into May. We also have a full moon in your sign, which is occurring on the 16th, opening up a 2-week window period between the 16th of the month and the 29th of the month. And this is your once-a-year birthday full moon. It's a purge moon, a clearing moon. We get a chance to make a big break, create a big punctuation, something that we wish to end, that we don't want to take with us for the rest of this year. For a lot of you Libra people, this could be maybe a certain connection you want to sever, or maybe there is something that's become too high maintenance or too costly to carry forward. What is it you want to maybe drop or break away from? This is also a great time for those of you that are looking to maybe purge or eliminate any kind of bad habits, or even clear away anything that ultimately you volunteered to take on yourself that you don't wish to do anymore. Finally, we've got some really interesting aspects going on here with the sun moving into Taurus, as well as the solar eclipse in Taurus as well, so an extra new moon of the month. And remember, this is taking place in your 8th house. So we're talking about self-employment, we're talking about income outside of a salary or hourly income, partner or spousal income, any kind of supplemental monies coming your way, as well as intimacy and intimate exchanges. With the sun in this part of your chart, from week 3 of April through week 3 of May, you're going to be finding you're getting a lot more value and making a lot more money through avenues that have maybe been a little bit small or sparse to pay out, or you may be just finding that this is a growth spurt and any kind of money coming to you in this way is increasing in value in such a way where it's even rivaling what it used to be, or maybe even trumping what it used to be in terms of what you're able to pull in every single month going forward. This is also a time where we are getting a chance to celebrate a new kind of closeness with intimate partners, or maybe attract compatible intimate partners, because people are a lot braver when it comes to being able to share their vulnerabilities, right? We are opening up. We are no longer withholding anything deeply personal. And there could be some times where people are brave enough to open up in such a way where you are starting to connect or relate to your partners or your allies in a very new way that is much more natural, much more organic, and mutually fulfilling. The solar eclipse new moon here is adding some kind of big break for you as well, because it's a new beginning and a new cycle that is bringing in a strong new income avenue or a new source of revenue to you between April 30th and the 30th of July. And this does feel like this is going to be a gift that keeps on giving. Remember, a solar eclipse is a new moon that is cubed in its power. It is all the more strong and powerful than a regular old new moon. This could be a new income avenue that is not only a gift that keeps on giving, but something that could be very low maintenance, or something that completely transforms what you consider to be your normal status or your normal quality of life, based on how much of a strong presence and influence, positive at that, it has over every other area of your life as well. And so, be ready for that. This could be a wonderful opportunity for those of you that are looking to go into business for yourselves, those of you that already are, or those of you that do have income outside of your own personal salary or hourly income are also going to be noticing a big surprise within the next 3 months. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.